Why doesn't Biden ask all employees who are able to work from home to reduce gas demand? My boss lets us WFH 2 days a week, and I just got a company-wide email today on how we can go more green for Earth Day for a competition. Full-time WFH, here we go. The winning team gets $1,000. Up to 10 teams. He certainly can. But he doesn't have the power, I believe, to demand it. It's in the hands of the individual companies. I'm not sure about in America. I know here in Alberta the work-from-home orders just ended last week after the last 2 years. Hasn't done much to curb the gas prices. It's simple. Big companies are lobbying him to speak publicly about the importance of going into the office to protect their assets. In this instance, their assets are buildings that they currently own, lease, that are wasting money. One could make the argument that a company could save money and go green by embracing the nature of work from home that a lot of us have experienced in the past 2 years. However, a lot of large companies are afraid of this idea and want things back the way they were. Crude oil has a lot of uses. Not just gasoline. COVID reduced the need of gasoline, diesel, jet fuel, and other petrochemicals used for manufacturing products. Right now there's a shorter supply. But our needs are growing now that COVID cases are calming down again. He could do that. But even if he did, it wouldn't matter unless the rest of the world followed suit. The current supply issue is with Russia, right? The US imported about 8% of its oil from Russia last year. So we would need to make up for that 8% shortfall in order to keep prices lower. Right? Unfortunately, since oil prices are controlled by traders on the global exchange, the US pays pretty much what everyone else pays. US consumers pay even less at the pump than other countries because of subsidies. Since Europe gets a much higher percentage of its oil from Russia, global prices go up, US included. Even though most of our oil is homegrown or comes from countries we're not currently sanctioning. We would need to take a multi-pronged approach. For instance, everyone works from home. Globally. Won't happen. OPEC starts producing more. They've already said no. Improve relations with Iran. Possible. End the Russian incursion into Ukraine and stop the new sanctions. We'll see what happens. Maybe we take over a country like Venezuela and start exporting their oil. More likely than the first two options. If you really want to make a difference on your bottom line, you can buy an electric car. Make sure your electricity isn't coming from fossil fuels. Eliminate unnecessary trips. Reduce your use of plastic bags, etc. It's not a lot, but you will notice. Because office space is super expensive real estate to just let sit idle. Also, middle management is sweating bullets because without people in those buildings it's hard to justify their roles. If a large portion of companies stopped needing offices, their real estate values would plummet. Because he's not the boss of American people. There's no problem in gas demand. The gas companies are taking advantage of the American people and raising prices just for profit. The United States buys less than 10% of its oil from Russia. There is no shortage. Just corporate greed. One day people will realize that the president isn't a king and can make suggestions, and that's about it. Because the president has no authority to tell a private business what to do. Greed and/or stimulate economy. My work has decided not to bring employees back until at least May 2nd due to gas prices. When we do come back, 90% of people will either be working from home 100% or hybrid. Because commercial real estate owners are more influential on him than office workers. Government orders and regulations got us into this mess. At a certain point, you just have to let go. Shame any companies engaging in profiteering. My company also told us full-time WFH. Only exceptions are those that don't perform. Which, to be real, means they'll just be full-time H soon. I would love to work from home. Except I need to actually be next to the huge-ass water tower to fix it at the hotel I work at. Office real estate. Because his party's donors own lots of office space and don't want to see rents crash. WFH has a bad tendency to wipe out a large amount of industries that rely on office workers. Commercial office real estate, retail, restaurants catering to office workers, bars, all suffer when WFH keeps millions of Americans away from them. Not spending their money. Yes, it does cost certain people more money in gas. But there's also a sizable number of people who use public transportation and the gas prices are largely not going to impact them. It's trading one aspect of the economy for another. How much would we save on gas versus how many more businesses will go bankrupt without customers?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.